in the couch somewhere. I think it's stuck. Got it. Oh. I didn't see you there. Were you marveling at my limited edition Halloween Krabby merch available at the merch store? Link in description. Anyways, let's get this started. Welcome back to another session of Dr. Professor Krabby. I am your host, Dr. Professor Krabby. And lately I've been noticing some weird trends on TikTok that has had me more confused than an incel in literally any interaction with a female, which is a great segue into today's video topic. Dudes taking L's, and not just taking them, but posting them on a social platform into the public domain. I don't know if it's for sympathy or whatever, but there's definitely some simp something going on. Dudes all over the internet be taking L's left and right and just posting about it all the time. And as a doctor, I would consider myself an empath, so I'm here to give some advice to these simp paths. The next one's a tweet and it says, "I hate you men, for real. I tell you I'm crying and this is what you want to say?" And it reads like this: "I'm dead crying right now. I hate my parents." Sad face. "God, now I'm sad for you, man. I'm gonna go cry in the shower." I was about to shower too, OMG. Would now be a bad time to say we should shower together?
That was very risky, but the payout could be insane. Like, that's like such like that's an either get blocked or it works out like immaculately. I like the little lick face he put at the bottom, the little dot P.
The colon P.
Yeah, it's a little like, oh, quirky. Oh, there's a little quirky line there when, you know, I know you're having a bad time and you're gonna cry in the shower, but, you know, hey, what if I was there? What would you do then? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Obviously, this time he lost. However, props to her for not putting his name in it, so that's good. So, because then he could do this again, and it's fine.
But you know, she took this screenshot and she sent it into the group chat with all the ladies.
That's my goal. Is to get sent in the group chat. Not everyone's gonna be immortalized for saying, "Oh, you're crying in the shower." What if I was there? Bet you wouldn't be crying. Maybe your eyes would be watering, but not crying.
It's not as much of an L as it is like him just fumbling the bag. That's what my initial thought was. She came to him crying, she was emotional, but he got cocky and thought he could make her more wet than the shower could.
That's the best time to do it, when they're crying and they're emotional. That's when you shoot.
No. Yet another text conversation, and it's between Taylor and our protagonist. And he says, "You coming over?" And she says, "Yeah, haha. I want to try this Nintendo Switch you've been hyping up." "Sweet. Then it's a date." "A friend date?" And then he says, laughing till a crying emoji. "We can play Mario Kart or Smash." "Yeah, I ain't gonna smash you." And then he says, "No, it's a game." With the laughing until crying emoji. But I feel like that was almost smooth. Like, he almost had something there. Like, he was testing the waters by saying Smash and nothing else, right? Because she obviously doesn't know what Smash is. I know what Smash is because I'm a gamer, but she's clearly not a gamer. Because he meant Super Smash Bros, but she was playing Smash or Pass. And she hit pass. Hard pass. This one's a little bit inappropriate, so I would turn the volume down so your parents don't hear. This is another tweet, and it says, "I still can't believe I once catfished my sister and got her to send me nudes. Then I jacked off to him. I was a mess 2 years ago. Jesus." No. Just no. You need to go to a professional for some real advice on this one, because that's weird. That's so gross. But, like, where's the link? You can, like, post it on Twitter and not even at me when you post the pictures. I am curious how attractive his sister is, though. I can only imagine your sister would have to be stupid hot for you to catfish and get nudes from your own sister and then beat your meat to pictures of your own kin.
This is the long con.
I was wondering how long this relationship had to go on for.
I also want to know what dude he used to catfish his own sister. Was it just a random account and he was like, "Oh, boobs?" And she was like, "Oh, yeah." I think this one is the classic embodiment that we picture when we think of, like, taking an L. It's another text conversation and it says, "I think liking you would be nice, but you're just so desperate that I'm like, ew." And then it goes full caps and she says, "Why did I send that? No, that was meant to be one of those things I type and delete." And then the guy says, "It's all right." And then she's typing, but we don't get to see what it is. Again, they're really kind of shorting us on these. But then it has the little meme where it's like the dude crying, and then he just has like the smiling face on, which I feel like embodies this perfectly.
He is not all right.
Because he says he's all right, but we know he's not all right.
Yeah.
He said 2 words, but that spelled out a whole story. I'm kind of confused by this, right? Because, so I'm looking at this, and I've heard the thing where people be like, "Oh, if you're angry at somebody, to get your anger out on them, write a letter to them, you know, talking about everything you're angry about, and then you don't send it. Have you ever in your life done that with a text message?
No, the send button is too close.
I've never done that, letter or text. What is this, fucking 1990? I don't write letters anymore. I'm not sure how much of this image we can show. This is an Instagram DMs conversation. And this is for sure like a gothic e-girl who posts lewd content that I definitely don't follow. So this guy, he's responding to her, what looks like a story, and he says, "You're so beautiful. Marry me?" And then an amount of time goes by, but we don't know how much because there's just a different timestamp that pops up. And then he goes back and re-DMs her and he says, "Never mind, I just jerked off. You mean nothing to me."
I really wish he would have just like said sorry.
Nothing like PostNut Clarity. It really clears up your mind. Sometimes you're just thinking with the wrong head, you know?
That was too much clarity. He was like, women are shit. I don't need them at all ever. I have hands.
He just got very misogynistic PostNut Clarity. I do love that he felt the need to go back.
Yeah.
I just wish he was a little bit more kind. He went back to tell her that you mean nothing to me unless my sack's full of man milk. This one says, "And I just really like you, so maybe after school tomorrow, if you're down, we can go out sometime. Let me know. Dremo." Whatever kind of name that is. That's really sweet, but I only see you like a brother, like a stepbrother. What the fuck? What?
I almost feel like it's what he was like a stepbrother?
Yeah. She said, "I see you like a brother," and he said,
I've seen this one before.
Brother, you would fuck?
But I will give this guy credit because he did shoot a shot. Unfortunately, the shot landed in his foot, but he tried. Look how many unread texts this guy has. 348 unread text messages. What is this guy, a psychopath? Dude, read your text messages, man. Actually, he's probably got like 100 girls in his texts that he's just not even responding to. He's just going like down the list one by one. Or he just like has a classic pickup line or something that he sent out and then like girls are responding to it and he's just going through them slowly. So maybe this guy is like a genius and we're judging too soon. Also, her name is Addison. That's definitely a stepsister name.
Yeah, you might want to watch out for her.
Yeah, here, I'll put the link up in the corner to that video. All right, here's another screenshot of a text combo. It says, "Sheesh, into crib throwing up." What the fuck? Why? That's what I gotta do to get your attention? I'm not even throwing up. You gonna leave me on red? I'm throwing up again. You know what the sound of desperation sounds like? I want to know what the context to these screenshots are. Because they just post these with zero context, like, haha, funny, yeah. He had to say I'm throwing up to get her attention. But what was the context before that? Why was she not talking to him? This could be like a crazy good movie script and we're just missing out on it because someone didn't want to post, you know, the build-up.
It's like when movies end a little too soon.
Yeah, sure, they both have AIDS and they got, you know, they're happy in the end, but how long really did they live with AIDS together happy, right? Yeah. DM the account and be like, "Hey, yo, any updates?" But I do want to know the lore of these texts. The next one's another Twitter post, and I guess there's a lot of stuff going on Twitter. People will be taking mad L's and then talking about them on Twitter a lot. Because it was not hard to find these. This one says, "I'll never forget the time a girl cried in my arms because her grandma died and I got hard." I got a lot of questions about this one. Were you hard because of the death? Were you hard because of the grandma? Were you hard because you're just that deprived of human touch? And honestly, all are equally as sad. My advice overall is therapy. You need therapy. If any of those apply, you need to go see a professional. Unless the grandma was hot, you know, then I get it, you know. I've seen one or two gilfs in my time. I would probably cry along if I knew how attractive the gilf was, and then the girl was like, "Oh, she was my grandma and she died." I'd probably just cry knowing that, like, you know, another one bites the dust.
I'll be tearing up the fucking old folks home. Call me Drake, because I'll be running through 6D-year-olds.
The other dude tried to hit her with the like, "You showering without me?" And then this girl was crying because her grandma was dead. You got hard. Did that emotion turn into devotion? Did that emotion turn into motion of the ocean? Kind of spitting bars here.
You're like a rapper.
I wept so hard. "Listen, I'm so sorry, but I can't do this. You look like my dad, and you have the same name. I thought I could get over it because your vibe is immaculate, but I can't." Damn, she hit him with the wrong kind of daddy. Like, at least she's not into you looking like her dad. That would definitely be worse. Can you imagine being with a girl?
No.
But also, she said your vibe is immaculate. Red flag. Red flag. She definitely is into like astrology and magic rocks and shit like that. "Our signs match and my crystals glow around him, but he looks like my dad. And my dad's a Scorpio. Ill." I swear, someone's gonna see this and they're gonna be into astrology and they're gonna be like, "Oh, This guy's a dick.
Dislike?
Dislike. Thank God for the dislike button.
Glows around him.
My dislike rock's glowing. My advice to this young lad, move on. It really sounds like you dodged a bullet with this one. My crush told me in the future she wants her kids to marry mine because I have a good heart. What zone am I even in now? I love that he's staring himself in the mirror, just tearing him down. What zone would this be in? I think this would put you in like the gay best friend zone, right? Because she acknowledges that you're a good person, but is absolutely repulsed to the thought of procreating with you. Like, in her mind, you're not even a potential mate. You just exist. However, there is a bright side to this because she still thinks that you're gonna have kids, meaning that she thinks there's a future for you with someone, just not her. To anyone in the comments who's gonna be like, oh, you're assuming that he's straight. You can tell he's straight because a gay dude wouldn't post an L like this. They're way too confident for that. This one's different from the other ones, but it was too good to not put in here, so we're gonna watch this one.
Why Sigma males are more attractive than alpha males. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Anthony Spade channel.
Bro, it's so long. Oh my god, it's still going. Why does he have the Monday Night Football and YouTube intro? What's going on with that, dude? First off, you're gonna talk about being more attractive than anyone when your teeth look like they were AI generated. His teeth look like when you're watching Tom and Jerry and then Tom gets hit in the face and his teeth break like glass. Secondly, okay, maybe it's my dyslexia, but when it says red pill coach, I definitely at first glance read that as pedophile coach. Just put it up on the screen at the regular size that I'm looking at it here. Do a quick glance at it and tell me that it doesn't look like it kind of says pedophile coach. Here's your pedophile coach, Anthony Spade. I hate what Andrew Tate has done to people. All right, next one. I think this one's another Instagram DM, but it says, stop, anime sparkling eyes. I do care about you. I love you. I just love him more. Imagine this guy's reaction, right? He gets the third message. It says, stop. I do care about you. I love you. He sees the third message and his stomach drops. He pees a little. He starts crying out of happiness. And then the fourth one hits. I just love him more. Like a lot of these other ones, I need to know what the previous messages were. Because I was rooting for this guy initially, but now I'm thinking about it. I'm getting more convinced that he was like, I thought you were going to pick me, but you picked him. You don't even care about me. You probably wouldn't even care if I just died right now. Trying to get like sympathy attention from her. So you know what? This guy sucks, dude. Fuck this guy. Wow, that was a great video. Now a message from today's sponsor, me. Today's sponsor is me, my very own merchandise site. Go over there and cop some awesome limited Halloween merchandise. It's super sick and awesome. We make it ourselves, and every single item that you purchase comes with a very heartwarming, handwritten thank you note from me, Krabby, the most important human being in the entire world. So what are you doing? Go over there, buy some, and be cool. Well, thanks for watching the video, guys. If you got to this point, I really appreciate that, and you might as well just subscribe, like the video, and comment your own L's so that I can give you advice. That's always good, right? Anyways, if you enjoy the videos, there's some more here and here, probably, over my face. Yeah, that's all that I have for you guys today. Okay, bye. Love you.